Hey guys, Linda here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my other videos. Okay, so we have been working out of this book. We did the airplane, and I realized I never, like each of these has a little story, and I did not read it to you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. It says, I have a love-hate relationship with airplanes. I love them because they take us home. I hate them because it takes forever to get there. It takes over 12 hours to get from New Jersey to Montevideo. I do like smiley, softy toy planes, though. How cute would it look to have a bunch of them hanging from a child's ceiling? You can even make different sizes by making the body a little bit longer or shorter. So, really cool there. Yeah, we made the plane. We got that down. Now, the next pattern is supposed to be this guy. It's a branch mobile, and I had said I was going to do it, and that remains the case. I will do it. However, it's not going to be in this video because I'm going to use like scrap yarn to do that, and it's just going to be done over a period of time, and because there are just some things in this book that I know I'm not going to take to market to sell. This being one of them. I have a very hard time taking something that is specifically for a baby, and yeah, no, it's not going, and I don't have anybody in my life to give something like this to, so I'm just going to use my scrap yarn. It's a good way to use up my scrap yarn, and I'll just do it a little bit at a time, so that video is probably going to take a little bit longer, and, yeah, I'll tell you which patterns, like, if I skip a pattern, I'll let you know. But that's just going to be one. So the birds may not all be one color. They may not all be the same color. The leaves and things may not all be one color. And then the branch part at the top will more than likely not be one color. So, but I will do it just so I can see it and see how it does work up. However, I am not going to use, I don't want to say use my good yarn. But I don't want to like use a brand new skein for something like this that I know I'm not going to take to a market. I hope that makes sense. So the next pattern in here though is this hot air balloon bear. Now while I like bears, and this is really, really cute, again, I won't be doing this one right now. This project is going to be another scrap yarn project, and it's kind of good because the balloon looks like I can make it in several different colors, so that's good. But that's going to be another just scrap yarn project, just to see how it works up and see how it goes, but also just because I'm not going to be taking it to a market, so I don't know what I'm going to do with those things after I do get them done. Maybe somebody I know will have a baby by then. I don't know. I just am not going to be, I just know that those things are not going to go to market, so yeah. Next thing is the stroller toys. Again, not going to take them to market, and I doubt I'll make both of them. I'll probably pick either the fish or the flowers. I really like the fish one, so I'll probably do it. Again, scrap yarn. Gonna be a little while, so we may even start another book before some of these projects get finished in this one. But yeah, I just can't see making something that I know I'm not going to take and I have no use for right now. That's just going to have to be scrap yarn and a little bit at a time. So the next pattern, again, I'm not going to make it, and I hate doing this. I hate saying it like this, but it's, again, just something I'm not interested in taking. They're these little rattle toys. I would probably make this one because it's the only one that does not have felt, so the little ducky. But again, it's going to be in scrap yarn and all of that, so it's just going to take a little bit. And the next pattern, again, this is like a lot of patterns that we're skipping, but it's these guys. And while I do think that these would be a decent market make, I'm just not feeling inspired to make these right now. And honestly, I don't even know if I'd want to make all 3 sets. So I think the koala would be the easiest one to make. And yeah, I just, right now, I'm not interested in making these. And honestly, that's the thing. I'm not really interested in making these. These would be a good market pattern, I would think. But I'm just not feeling the motivation for that one. So I may come back to that one and make it out of like regular yarn. or even like out of some of my caked up yarn that I've been trying to use throughout the year that I have not been successful in. And I may do it that way. But right now, I'm going to skip it. This next pattern, I hate to say, is another skip. It's these tools. And while they're cute and everything, my nephew is, and that would have been cute for my nephew. But he's gotten bigger now. My niece would have loved these probably too. He's gotten bigger now. He's more into video gaming and less into that. So, scrap yarn, I'll probably make 1 or 2 of them, not all of them. The next thing is this baby doll, and apparently I think the diaper can be removed. Again, I'll make it out of scrap yarn. There are a few girls that I know that would probably enjoy that, like smaller girls. So I might even just send it to work with my mom and just let her do it that way. So yeah. And then there are these dolls. Again, not really gonna make them. I kind of enjoyed Katie's 3-in-1 dolls, so I think I'm just gonna keep making those. And yeah, these will probably be made out of scrap yarn, and no safety eyes on anything that I'm making out of scrap yarn, and they'll just go to work with my mom or something. And if somebody up there wants them, they can have them. And yeah, again though, scrap yarn. A lot of this book I think is going to end up being scrap yarn, but can't help that. The next pattern is this turtle, and it has eggs and baby turtles and stuff. I've already got a turtle, quite a few turtles that I really like, so I might come back to this one just because like my mom spider with the babies is very popular. But right now, I'm just not interested in making another turtle. I've already got to restock some of my other turtles, so gonna skip it. Be for a future project. Now, this pattern I'm actually gonna do today. So we're gonna swim with the fishes. This is, I think, Little Fish and Her Daddy is what it's called. And it's so cute. I'm gonna read you the little thing on the top. But it's so cute, and I really want to do these. And they don't look like they take much time. And they also look like they would be easy and maybe even use up some scrap yarn. So yeah, it says, Martina has always liked fish. As a tiny little newborn, she would stare at my computer screensaver full of colorful fishes swimming around, and now she loves to go to the pet store and spend time with her head stuck to the huge fish tanks. I made her these a while ago, and she still plays with them often. Make a huge school of colorful fishes for your favorite fish lover and let them pretend to swim together. It's really cute. I'm really excited about making these fish, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. It's making some fish. I'm really sorry about not doing all of the patterns right away and just using scrap yarn for some of them, but like I said, if it's not something that I can confidently say is going to go to my market, I cannot do it. I just really cannot. So yeah, we skipped quite a few. But like I said, eventually I will go back and make them. And at the end, when I have made every single pattern in this book, or close to it, because like I said, I'm only going to make probably one of the stroller toys, probably only going to make one of the rattles, stuff like that. But once I have visited every pattern, and I have made at least one of each of the things, I will go back and I'll give you my honest thoughts about all of them. I'll rank them, and that's how it's just going to have to be for this book. I mean, I hate doing it that way, but I really hope that you can understand where I'm coming from as far as not wanting to use, like, my new skeins of yarn for projects that may never see the light of day besides just being in a video. Yeah, but we're going to go pick out colors for these fish, and we're going to get started. So let's get to it. Hey guys, okay, so we have been working out of this book, just kind of picking and choosing patterns basically, but we have been working on daddy fish and baby fish here, and I did not like, I'm going to tell you now, I used different colors because I did not like how they're supposed to be dad and baby, but you couldn't tell that that's the baby, so yeah, but I followed the patterns. There are a few things that I would change, and I forgot that they were supposed to have smiles, so my fish do not have smiles. But here's the daddy fish. He's actually really big, which I love. I love the tail. Love how that came together. And the colors here are just, they're kind of like the colors of the dad fish in the book. I did not realize that at the time, but they're kind of flipped. So yeah, daddy fish. It's not completely sewn on straight, but it's fine. These fins, though, I don't really like how they're attached or how they do, but yeah. That's my only complaint about that pattern. And then we have baby fish. So I kind of made baby fish with the same blue. I think it might be just like a smidge. Yeah, it's a smidge lighter, but nothing too obvious. And again, I really like the baby fish better than the dad. I don't know. I kind of do like the baby fish better, though. I think it's just a better size. Yeah, I think, though, that I would probably leave off the eye rounds and the safety eye and then just embroider an eye. I think that would be better for this size, but honestly, it didn't take long to complete the baby fish either, so that would be an easy market make. And then you got this guy who I think is going to stand out, definitely. So either way, I think it's still good. I think, though, that I like the way that I did the fins here. I followed the same pattern, but in this one, I kind of sewed the ends together. I think that's what it said in the book. I'm not really completely certain. But I sewed the ends together, then I sewed them on. This one, I kind of just left the ends open and sewed it on like that. And I really do think that that worked better and more in my favor of being able to get the fins to look nice. So, yeah. But we have baby fish, we have daddy fish, and I really do like this pattern. Another pattern completed out of the book as I drop the baby. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see my other videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.